What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex here, and you're watching a Ragin Ronin review. I got a review for you. I saw All the Money in the World. It's the latest film from director Ridley Scott, and it is a film that's based off of a true story. Actually, it's inspired by a true story. And I say that, and I need to emphasize that because they mentioned that this film is actually a little bit over-dramatized for dramatic effect, because I'm thinking that maybe the actual kidnapping that takes place, I mean, that's what this film is about. The kidnapping and how it all went down is not nearly as interesting as how it plays out in the movie. And that's totally fine. I mean, I'm watching a movie, I'm here to be entertained, but if you're looking for an accurate representation of how it all went down, this film won't give that to you. But it will keep you engaged and entertained. And that is the main reason why we watch movies, right? So, what makes this kidnapping movie different from most kidnapping movies, and I've seen a lot of kidnapping movies, is, I guess, of the unique nature of the people involved. Because this is your kidnapping, your standard, typical kidnapping, and they're asking for a ransom, which is a ridiculous amount of money, but the person being kidnapped is the grandson of the richest man in the world at that time. And it's J. Paul Getty, who is played by Christopher Plummer. And the mother of the son that's being kidnapped is played by Michelle Williams, and the person that helps her is played by Mark Wahlberg, who plays a character named Fletcher Chase. Anyways, what's also very unique about this story is that Gail Harris, the mother of the son, he's no longer a Getty. He's no longer even connected with the family in any way, shape, or form, because she's divorced with the father, who is an actual Getty. So even though the kidnappers are asking for ransom from Gail Harris, he has to go to his rich, I guess, would-be father-in-law to ask for money. And guess what? J. Paul Getty does not want to help out at all. Okay, he publicly mentions that forget it. If I needed to pay a ransom to every single one of my sons being kidnapped, then you know, I'd be poor, right? And that's what makes this film so unique. And that is actually that was the hook for me. Watching this trailer, I mean, sure, Ridley Scott is directing. He's one of my favorite directors of all time. But if he weren't directing, this would be the hook for me, and to watch how it all plays down. And the way it plays down is a very, very engaging story. This is a game of cat and mouse. You're just trying to outsmart the kidnappers, and the kidnappers are always asking for more, like a higher ransom, or just trying to outsmart the people trying to go after or rescue the son. And you know, of course, you're gonna have elements where the kidnappee is trying to escape. It's pretty standard, but it's still a very, very engaging story of how it all goes down, because it's intense. It's intense because as you get invested in these characters, you know, you want to see the survival of them. You want to see the good guys prevail, but a lot of bad things happen, and you know, you're always wondering how is this gonna play out? How is this gonna come out in the end? And I don't know how it's gonna come out in the end. I mean, I don't know anything about the true story, and this is gonna be a dramatization of it. So they have a lot of liberties with it. So it just kept me guessing from beginning to end, and this was a good movie. Now, this is a film from director Ridley Scott. I said it was a good movie. I said it was engaging from beginning to end. But at the end of the day, this is still a kidnapping movie. This is a kidnapping movie, which is a genre that I've seen many, many times before. You know, if one comes to mind, I would think of like Man on Fire, starring Denzel Washington, and then there's Alpha Dog. You know, if you've seen one kidnapping movie, I don't want to say this, but you've kind of seen them all, and you kind of know how they all play out. But I thought that this was something that had some unique circumstances, and that's why I wanted to watch it. And at the end of the day, I was still very entertained. You know, it doesn't really give you that much new things about in the genre that we've seen before. There's not a whole lot of new elements to be seen in this movie, But what more do you really want, to be completely honest? I mean, I enjoyed the movie, but if you're looking for new things to be introduced into like a subgenre of, you know, of these types of thrillers, you're probably not going to see that. But what I do love about is about this film is the actings. Michelle Williams does such a great job as the determined mother to get her son back. Christopher Plummer, like, best performance in this entire movie. And I really like Mark Wahlberg's character as Fletcher Chase, because he's doing whatever he can to you know, help out the mom, but at the same time also looking out from the best interest of J. Paul Getty. So, you know, he's kind of he's kind of like on two different sides, and also at the same time, you know, you see some pretty interesting developments with his character, and he plays a much better character than a lot of the characters he's played in the past. So I like this type of character that he plays, and there you have it. So I'm going to give this film a 7.5 out of 10. It's definitely a good movie. Not a great movie, but still a good movie. It's a decent movie if you're looking for a decent thriller. This is a solid thriller. So 7.5 out of 10. And as always, if you enjoyed this movie and you want to see more, hit that like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter, Ragin Nation. My name's Alex. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.